Welcome to Chasing Dopamine's first ever YouTube video. Come on in. Come on. This is our first ever video on YouTube, so I thought I'd do a little intro and let you know who we are, how we got into van life, and show you around Norman. We would normally have my girlfriend Ella with us, but she's at work today. Just for reference, she's about yay high, brown hair, white female. In this intro, I'm going to be covering how we got into van life, what this channel's going to be about, introducing ourselves, you know? So first of all, how did we get into van building? How did we get into van life? So just before Christmas, me, Ella and the dog were all made homeless. But losing our home wasn't all bad. Even though it felt like it at the time, losing our home was actually a massive blessing in disguise. We had two options when we lost our house. We either go and rent another house and get into the constant cycle of just working to survive, constantly having to work a job you don't even enjoy just so you can pay the rent, or we ditch everything, so everything we have, to fund the first part of this van build. We started to post our daily van build updates to show people that anybody can do a van build, and to also show people that there's other ways of living, more freer ways of living that are less stressful. Anyway, enough of the yabbering on, let me show you the van. Before we start, let me just say that the van's not quite complete yet. Unfortunately, the clutch has just gone on the van, so the progress has slowed down slightly, but it's all part of the fun. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and gentle ladies, first of all, we've got some overhead cabinets here. Not quite finished, but nearly there. Oh, that one needs some work. I'll add that to the list. Another there. They click in. One big one here. As I've said, it does need some work, but we're not quite finished yet, so give me a break. Today I put this little shelf in, because you can never go wrong with a shelf, and you can never have too many places to put your stuff. Now you may be wondering, Ellis, why haven't you gone for a fixed bed? We have a massive golden Labrador, and I can almost tell you for an absolute certainty that if we had a double bed, he'd be led in there all day because he's a lazy bastard. And if he was led in there all day with dirty paws, because it rains 99.9% of the time in England, the thing is, I don't want to be sleeping in something which the dog's been getting dirty all day. Plus, I also hate the idea of sitting in my bed to watch TV. So we much prefer to have a U-shaped bed, which we can turn into a sofa in the daytime, and we can eat at. Then when we don't want it to be a sofa, a table will drop down here to cover the gap. The thing is, I'm quite a roller when I sleep. So this bed is 5'11" squared, so it doesn't matter what way I sleep. I can just spin on round. And it also means there's plenty of room for the boy. By boy, I mean the dog. We've gone for panelling on the base of the sofa. Obviously, the floor's not done yet. I know that looks disgusting. We also wallpapered the walls. You may be wondering why we did that. And it's because my ply work underneath that was absolutely atrocious. So I thought I'd just cover it up by putting wallpaper on the walls. We've got this little window here. Brings a little bit of light in, and it means we can look outside if we need to. I didn't like the idea of not being able to look out any of the sides, but I do want it to look as stealth as possible. And I know calling it stealth does cringe me out too. But when I fitted it, I realised that there wasn't much light actually coming in, and we couldn't even see out the window when we were stood up due to the cupboards being low. I've angled a piece of wood in there. Obviously I need to sand it down and paint it, because as I've already said, it's not quite finished yet. Got this absolutely beautiful black sink, as well as this black retractable tap. And that one's going to have the fridge in, and that one over there is filled with a load of rubbish at the minute, so I'm not going to show you that. We've got this extractor fan here. I still need to wallpaper around this bit, but as I've said, it's not quite done yet, so leave it out. Not a max fan. I wasn't willing to spend the money, but it'll do, and that's all that matters. With doing a van build on a budget, which I've learnt, is if it does the job, just get it for now, and if you need to change it in the future, you can. Now on to the other kitchen area. 2-burner gas hob. I'm not connected to gas yet, I must say, but it will be. One of you lovely lot mentioned, Ellis, how are you going to get out in case of an emergency? And I thought, very, very good point, because there's many a times in van life which you may have to escape quickly and drive away. So for that reason, I've built a small emergency letterbox here. It is a little bit tight, but I can fit through there without being oiled up, which is ideal. So you've got the 2-burner gas hob there, little shelf which I built today. Obviously that needs a lot of work. This was all boarded, but then the lock broke, which has then made me strip the whole door off. But oh well. That's our water tank in there. This will be the shower in there, but I'm going to leave that because it's not quite done yet. Obviously we need to carpet the doors. That area that's full of rubbish right now will be a garage at some point. All of our electricals down here, lithium batteries in here, as well as our diesel heater in there. I know that was quite a short tour of the van, but the van's not quite done yet, as I've said 100 million times. If you do want to see a full tour of the van build, then drop a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. That feels really weird to say subscribe, because normally I say follow, but yeah, subscribe. And you're going to see more of us, whether you like it or not.